We're going to take a look at the 6 most common mistakes that you're making when it comes to your trade entry criteria in the markets. So that first major mistake you're making when it comes to your entries is that you're entering too early without confirmation. Let's go through exactly what that means and what you could potentially be doing wrong. Now, if you are doing this already yourself and you're finding it's affecting your entries, do leave a comment below and let me know this has been affecting you as well. So let's just look at this diagram, and what we have is a simple bearish market with a swing pullback, break of structure, and we pull back into this area of supply marked. Now all is great. You're looking for a price to come back to the supply zone for another entry to run the week low here and to break structure once again. You can see this does eventually happen. Now what the major problem is, many of you doing are just setting a blind entry, okay, without confirmation of that supply zone. So what many of you will do is you'll just place your entry at this area of supply, which is fine, and you're looking to target the week low in the market. You can see price comes up, it tags you in on this candlestick, but we failed to follow through and to run for this low. In fact, price runs higher. Now, this all depends where you've got your stop. Now, if you've got your stop above this swing high, you're probably protected and you're still in the trade. But if you've got your stop quite close down here, looking for a tight stop for a better risk to reward, because a 2-to-1 risk to reward we just had isn't really high enough, then you're going to be stopped out prematurely before capturing that entry. This is where entering too early can get you into a losing trade or leaving more profit on the table. So how can we look at this? We can look to confirm the entry out of this area of supply. So when we see price pulling back into this area of supply, we're looking for that higher low to be created as we continue to push higher with the structure of the market. And very often you'll look at the lower time frame for this, and we look for the break to the downside. This is then a confirmation of a structure break out of this area of swing supply. This is what you're going to be looking for. Now, once we've got this is going to be able to give you a new smaller time frame area of supply to actually now place an entry, a set and forget entry, to look to target this week low. And that's how you confirm that entry out, by using the lower time frames. And this will be where we now would place your entry. Your stop just goes above the high of this candle, and you look for price to run for this low. Now, again, we're over 3-to-1 risk to reward compared to 2-to-1 we had off this zone. So again, that straight away gives you a better risk to reward. Now we can do the same thing down here on a lower time frame. You can confirm that area of supply by confirming again price making a structure break out. Now this candlestick as well is an engulfing candlestick, which also gives you another added confluence of a confirmation. So you can use structure breaks on a lower time frame. You can use candlestick analysis on that single time frame to help give you the confirmation for the entry. Don't blindly just set your entry and hope it's going to work. This is now a good time to set and forget an entry, because you've had the confirmation of a break of structure to now look to run for this low. So that is one thing many of you are doing. You are entering too early without the proper confirmation. Many of you are doing is you are chasing price after the move has started. This is the fear of missing out. Now we all go through this. Perhaps yourself, you've had this fear of missing out and you're looking to jump in on trades after the move has happened. You've seen price come back into this area of supply. You've seen price starting to run away with this big bearish candle, and you've thought to yourself, I'm going to jump in here, sell this market, stop above that candle, and look at the risk to reward. There is no risk to reward. And once we get a break of structure to the downside, very often, this is when you're going to start to see a pullback. And that's when you're going to jump in, start to see some profit, and then straight away you're going to start to see a pullback against that move, the fear of missing out, and then you're going to be closing out potentially for very small profit or even a small loss. So make sure you're not chasing the market after the move. That's just as bad as looking to take an entry without the proper confirmation. Now we're going to look at the third common mistake many of you are making, and that fourth mistake. Now it's ignoring the multiple time frame alignment. This is going to give you much better trade results if you are using the combination of the higher time frame and the lower time frame. Now I've done a quick sketch to show you exactly what we'll be looking for. When we're looking for that multiple time frame alignment, we're looking for the high time frame to show you that swing pullback, and it's this area of supply. We're going to be looking for the confirmation that we just went through in the previous section, where you want to be confirming those trade entries. We're looking for that confirmation out on the lower time frame to then look to target this next low on the higher time frame. This is how you can, one, make sure you are confirming your entries. Two, you're also going to be looking for better risk to rewards. And three, you will be aligning then with the higher time frames with your entry. So once you see price making the shift of structure here to the downside, leaves a new area of supply for you to look to enter at the set and forget. Okay, off that supply, you can look for a first target to run the smaller structure, and then your final target to run this major swing low. That's all about making sure you're not ignoring those multiple time frame alignments, because they're going to help you to make much better trade decisions. And there's another major mistake many of you are doing, that is overcomplicating the entry criteria. Now this is a simple procedure for you to follow, just looking at the lower time frame for that structure break. Okay, you can also look at the candlesticks as well when you're looking for these entries. But by overcomplicating it, I mean you're using something like 5 different indicators, like a crossover MA, a Bollinger Band outer band, the MACD to be in line. You could be looking at all different indicators to align at the same time before you decide to pull the trigger. And that is where you're going to overcomplicate your trading, by using this type of entry criteria. Keep it simple. Simple is always better when you are trading. A simple lower time frame structure break, leaving a new supply or demand for an entry with that higher time frame alignment, is going to make it so much simpler for your trading. Now this brings us to probably one of the most biggest mistakes many of you are making, and that is misplacing your stop losses during your entry. So many of you come to me and are saying you're taking trades, you're in the right direction, but you end up getting stopped out before the trade moves in that direction. Now, most of the time, this means misplacing where you're putting your stop loss. Now, there's going to be liquidity all over the charts, and it's these liquidity runs where you're going to be stopped out. So let's take this for an example. We have a simple bullish trend. We shift bearish by breaking structure. We pull back to an area of supply to look for the market to continue bearish to run this week low. So it's in this area here. As price pulls back into supply, you could look for a lower time frame confirmation out, or you could be looking for a candlestick pattern, or you could already see this as a confirmation out, leaving the new supply at a larger time frame, okay, alignment that we just went through. And at this point is where you're placing your entry, your stop loss, okay, and the market to continue in that lower direction. Now it's here where you may be placing a misalignment of your stop loss. So I've got some candles to show you at this point in the chart. Let's say this area here is these 3 candles. So many of you are seeing these larger wicks, okay, to the upside, thinking price is never going to go there. But remember, a supply zone is going to be at a candlestick, okay, and can be the upper wick in the market. So there's going to be a leftover area of supply, okay, above this candle's high, and in here there's going to be an area of leftover supply. So if you go and place your stop Let me just remove that again. And you place your stop above this candle's high. Once you've got your entry here and you've got these candles, and you place your stop, and let's say it's about here somewhere, and price this wicks up, takes you out just to push into this area of wick supply, and then runs for this low. That is where frustration is going to kick in. If this is happening to you right now in your trading with your entries, and you're finding your stop losses are getting just taken out before price moves in your favor, drop a comment. Let us all know that this is what's happening to you, and now you can see why. Because this is where the market is going to sweep those highs to find more orders in that wick area of supply. So in this type of scenario, what you want to be doing is always placing your stop loss above these swing highs. Give the trade room. Always make sure you have room for your entry where you're targeting, because if you don't give your trade room, that's where you're going to be stopped up. Now, as long as you've got your stop loss placement correct, the next crucial point that you need to be making sure you're not making this common mistake is you are checking your risk to reward before you take your entry. The worst thing you can do is take an entry and then you've gone and set everything up, it's all perfect. You've gone to take an entry, you've placed your stop loss above, let's say this swing high, this pivot move, and you've entered the trade. And then you realize the trade itself is just over 1-to-1 risk to reward. That is not good risk and money management. Forgetting about your risk to reward before your entry is going to kill your long term in this business. Make sure that you always double check your risk to reward before you take an entry. You want to be seeing really at least a 3-to-1 risk to reward on your trades. So let's say this is correct. Okay, there we've only got just over 2-to-1 risk to reward. So I want to see price pulling back to give me a 3-to-1 risk to reward. I either want to see price on that time frame pulling back, okay, so I actually bring my entry up higher to give me that 3-to-1 risk to reward, or you're going to use the alignment with the lower time frame entry that we've been through in this video to take your entry on a lower time frame to increase that risk to reward at this higher time frame. So make sure you apply all these into your trading, change all those common mistakes you're making with your entries, and I'm sure you're going to find that your entry is going to get better in time. So make sure you continue watching the rest of this playlist as we go through what the major common mistakes you're making are in your trading and how you should be fixing them right now.